What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another day and another episode of Amateur Pool. I'm Josh, your host. We've got a great match for you today. This one comes from Tap League, North Oakland County in Michigan Tap League. Call it Up Top Tap. Check it out if you're in Michigan. But I'm playing a gentleman by the name of James Silk. James is skill level 5. I'm a skill level 6 in tap, so it's a 5-4 race. I won the lag, just broke. I'm not sure anything went in. I don't think it did. I had to catch the ball from the next table over there and give it back to them, but I think James is going to come up to the table here. Yes, sir. This is James right there. Good dude, man. I've played him before, I think, on the channel. You guys may have seen him before. It's been a minute, but this is actually a pretty solid match, so let's get into this. He's going to take stripes. It looks like he's going to start with that 11 ball. Oh, move the 14, move the 14. Ooh, and the cue ball would have hit it, so I think, I'm not 100% certain, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think that technically would be a foul. But I'm not all uptight about stuff like that, man. You know, I'm not trying to argue and fight over small rules in this game, man. It just isn't my style. I find it as karma, you know. I mean, when things happen, if and he may not even know it, and that may not even be a foul. And so I'm not saying this about James, but in general, when people try to get one over on you, a lot of times the karma comes back. During the match even, so you'll get rolls or they'll get bad rolls. Like I said, though, I don't think James was trying to get me on that. That may not even be a foul on that one. Just in general is what I'm talking about. Anyways, here I go. I'm going to shoot this 4 in between the 13 and the 10. And follow up for the 5 ball. Okay. I don't hate this. Now this 6-3 ball, something I have to figure out. It's not going to be super easy. Now I may be able to cut the 5 in here with straight top and come up and bump them and just separate them a little bit. Likely I'm going to end up with a shot, but it's not guaranteed by any means. Yeah, I used top left and I bumped it. Okay, came up with a good shot here. Well, not a good shot, a tough shot, but still a shot on that 6 ball. I think it's pretty straight. It may not be that tough. It's not super close. I've got a little gap there. I don't think this shot is too tough. If I hit it with center ball, I may be able to just stun over here, push the 3 up a little bit. Yeah. Whew. It's getting tougher for me, though. I think I still have this shot on the, what is that, the 3 ball probably, I think, because this one looks darker, so this one's got to be the 7 ball. Oh, no, I'm calling the 7 ball in the side pocket there. I'm going to have to play this off of the 2 to have a chance to make it in that side. I don't think I can cut that straight into that side, man. The angle just doesn't seem to be there. But if I nick the 2 like that, it worked. All right, now I'm starting to get myself out of trouble here. I have one tough shot here is all I got on this 3 ball. I need to cut it straight over into the side. It's going to send my cue ball up table like this. If I put a little draw on it, maybe I'll come back and hit that ball, end up in here somewhere. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. We'll see how it goes. Mostly I'm just focusing on making that shot. Okay, I hit the 15. Still ended up there, so it's not bad. I think I can shoot the 4 in that gap. And honestly, I took a look at it earlier, so I think the 1 may go past the 14, although it's a pretty tight shot. People calling me from Novi, Michigan. I don't know who that is. All right, I made the 1. That was very tight past the 10, but it did go, obviously. I've got another tough cut. Man, and the thing about this cut is the cue ball should come this way. So I've got to put inside English so I don't come out and hit the 15. I come straight down this way. So that will be right spin on this cut is what I need to avoid contacting those. Yeah. Yep. So the right spin doesn't take off the first rail. It slides. And then off the second rail, it takes and comes straight down rather than into that 15 ball. Now, I do have a shot on the 8, but it's not an easy one, guys. Pray for me. You know what I'm saying? You got to pray for me because this shot is one that I tend to miss when I'm not shooting good. You know what I'm saying? I tend to miss it. Luckily for me, I'm shooting all right now. That's 1-0. I'm looking at taking the early lead, and it's my break. Broke the balls. Am I going to make something? No, man. I can't figure out this break shot. I know that. I can't figure out the break shot. I keep hitting them bad. I don't know if I'm hitting them bad or they're just not racking great. You know what I mean? I like to blame the ladder. I like to blame the rack more so than me. It's not my fault. It's the racker's fault. It's never my fault. You know what I'm saying? That's how pool players are, though. It's never your fault. No, these tables just don't rack great, man. You know, the balls are dirty. The racks are flimsy. It's just not conducive for a good rack. So you do the best you can with it, and both players are on the same equipment, so it really is no advantage, supposedly. Supposedly, I think the advantage goes to the lower skill level player in a situation like this, because obviously the higher skill level player is going to break and run more often than the lower skill level player. So if you can't make one on the break because of the equipment, then I think it evens the playing field slightly. Not a ton, but a little bit. All right, James is looking at solids. Is he going to scratch here? Sure is, man. That's going to give me ball in hand. I'm already up 1. I'm looking at solids here, man, and I've got to figure out the 3-4. Sorry, I'm going to get me a non-sponsored drink right quick. All right, I've got to figure out the 3 and the 4. Looks like I'm going to start with the 3 and roll forward into the 13 just to push the 4 a little bit. I don't want to push it much. I just want to push it a little bit so it has a little gap there. And then I should have the next shot of the 7 in the side if I don't fall on the 4. Yeah, that's enough. That's all I needed to do. Now, everything else is looking pretty good. I know these balls don't look great right now, but honestly, once that 5's gone, 6 goes all day long. So I'm going to take care of this 4 right now while I'm down here, and I'm going to probably hit it with top and with a little right spin to come up this way. I got to be careful, though. I need to come all the way up, or I need to try to get up here, one of the two. I don't want to be left with a combo. Yeah, spun it. I spun it, and I didn't do very good. That's what I was saying. I need to be careful, right? I needed to hit that ball harder to come over into here, or I needed to not put right spin on it and just use a straight top and come up this way. And then I would have been looking all right. Nevertheless, this is where we're at. You know, I didn't think of those at the time when I was shooting, and ended up getting stuck behind the 14 ball. The only feasible shot I see right here is the old kick shot on the 1 ball. And I'm looking at kicking this way, but that's dumb because that 15's in the way. If the 15 wasn't in the way, I think I would like to kick that way. I don't know why. It just feels like it's an easier shot to me. Maybe because it's less angle, you know? Less angle for the dangle. I don't know. But I'm going to kick at it this way, yeah, and it looks like I made that mother trucker, boy. Man, you know, when you're shooting good, you feel like you can't do anything wrong. You feel like everything's going to go in. It's a pretty nice feeling. That's the feeling that gets you addicted to this game, you know. You shoot good like that, and you just can't wait to play again, you know. And then the next time you play bad, and you hate the game, and you want to quit. It's funny how that works, man. It's a crazy game, man. All right, that worked out pretty well. I'm glad I nicked that 5. If I hadn't nicked that 5, I might have been in trouble. But I think the 6 goes pretty easy in the side. And I'll just follow forward to somewhere around here so I can shoot the 5. A little more than what I thought, but I think I still have it. I think I can still make the 5 up there. Now, I got 2 options here. I can use draw, come off this rail and out this way, which is a little tricky, or I can use top and avoid the 14 like that. Yeah, I was gonna draw it out, but looks like the cue ball took that path anyway, so I don't need to draw it out. You see what happened there. And just like that, I'm on the 8 ball. As long as I don't miss this 8 ball, that's gonna be 2 racks in the books and be up 2-0. I better wait till I make this before I say that. You know what I'm saying? Knock on wood. There we go. Now 2-0. That could have been bad, you know. Could have missed that. I could have hit the 14 on the way back out. There's a lot of stuff that could have went wrong there. But like I said, I'm shooting fairly well in this set so far. That's liable to change, though. Look, another bad break, man. I'm telling you, these balls just were not breaking very... Oh, that wasn't a bad break. That was an 8 ball on the break. I didn't even see it, guys. I didn't even notice it. Oh, man, I made the 1 ball that counted. Now I'm up 3-0. Holy mackerel, I only need 2 more racks, and he needs 4. So we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here, boys and girls. Grab yourself a popcorn or whatever snack you prefer. and your drink of choice, your beverage of choice. And let's finish this match up, man. You and I, let's hang out. You know, we'll sit here, we'll chat a little bit. I'll do most of the talking, you just listen, you know. Funny how that works, isn't it? Oh, man. You can talk back to me if you want. I just might not be able to hear you. You know what I mean? I might not be able to hear you, but what you can do is leave me a comment, because I do read all of them. I get a little behind on responding to them because I get backed up in comments, but I do read every single one of them, and I will respond to all of them for the time being until it gets to the point where I just can't respond to all of them. But right now, I will respond to all the comments, man. But leave me a comment. Let me know where you're from. That would be cool. I'd like to. I know a lot of people that watch. I see. I've done this before in the past. I had people comment where they're from. So people all over the country, man. A lot of people in New York. A lot of people in California, Texas, man. So let me know where you're from. I'm in Michigan, by the way. You know, just north of Detroit a little bit. So that's where this action takes place, northern Oakland County. So if you guys are in Michigan, man, join this tap league, and we'll play some. You know, we'll get you on the video, on the YouTubes. Anyway, good chat, man. Let's get back to the match. Come on, everybody. Everybody calm down. We're getting back to the match, okay? Calm down, bro. I know I got off topic a little bit, but we're back. You know, I'm reeling myself back in there. Fish on. It's funny, we used to do that, you know, when we were trying to play for money. You used to think you caught a fish, man. Reeling them in. And then I realized I'm not good enough to really play for money, you know, unless I find someone worse. And those people usually don't want to play for money. So I don't play for much money anymore, man. If I do, it's pretty cheap, just for fun. All right, 6 in the side. This should open up the 14 and the 8. It did. And I got lucky and pushed my 2-ball out there. Otherwise, my 2-ball, if it would have stayed there, I'd have been in trouble, man. But I think I have a shot at the 4. If I don't have a shot at the 4, the only shot I can see here is the 1 off the rail into the 4. I could probably shoot it straight into the 4 too, but believe it or not, that's a harder shot than going off the rail. Yeah, I went off the rail and missed it. You know, maybe I should have shot it straight in. You know, I don't know. Maybe remember when I said it was a harder shot? Maybe I was just kidding. I don't know. Maybe I should have shot it straight in. But I didn't, you know, and I missed it. So now we got James at the table. Mr. James Silk wearing the snazzy fedora. You know, I love wearing fedoras too, man. In the wintertime, I used to wear them a lot. I don't wear them so much anymore, but I used to wear a fedora a lot in the winter. It's actually not a fedora. Mine wasn't anyway. It wasn't the Fedora brand. I think mine was a Brixton, something like that. I don't remember. I still have it. I just don't wear it very often. I have a couple of them, actually. Brown one and gray one. Anyway, I just told you I was going to get back to the match, and here I am getting off track again. I apologize to you guys, you know. I apologize to you, man. We're going to do better. All right, James missed. I got an easy shot to start here on the 3-ball. Okay, I went with the 7 first, and I should have drew that back a little more, but I didn't. That's okay, though. I got the 2 pretty easy. I can even shoot the 5. I could shoot the 5 up there. I've got plenty of options. If I shoot the 2, I'll just drift the cue ball up into here. Yep. Now I can make this 4 with just a little outside spin just to get the cue ball back over in this direction for the 1. Yep. Left spin. That was straight left. There was no top or bottom here. Now I'm kind of in trouble because the angle on this 1 takes the cue ball into these stripes. So what I'm likely going to do is use a lot of top because I know I'm going to run into them. I'm going to hit it firm enough to move them balls out of the way and get the cue ball off the rail and back down a little. Yep. If you hit that soft, you might end up in trouble, but you hit it fairly firm and move those balls, usually you'll be all right. All right, I got the 3-ball here. I could just draw it straight back a little for the 5 in the side, or I can miss it, you know. Sometimes I like to do that. Sometimes that's my favorite shot, actually, you know, just miss them. You know, I'm surprised. Honestly, I'm surprised I missed that shot. I think I rushed it a little bit. Rewind the tape, watch it back. You tell me what I did wrong there. Maybe I moved during my stroke, or maybe my timing looked off. Now that I think back on it, it looked like I kind of rushed into that shot a little bit. But tell me, man, analyze what I did wrong to miss that shot, and let me know in the comments because I need to fix it, bro. You know, shooting pretty good up until that point. I don't like missing them like that. Now, James, I know you haven't seen a lot of them yet this match because I've been playing pretty well and taking control, but he's a very good shot, man, and he will get out on me. As a 5, he's a pretty tough opponent for sure. So I got to be careful leaving him stuff like this because he's very likely to get out. He's going to try to make this 9. No, he's not. He's going to play a safety. Kind of surprised by that. He did get a pretty good leave on me here because the 3 ball's blocked up there, which means the 3 ball has to go this way. And I could try to shoot it now, but then my cue ball's going to run into these balls. In fact, it's probably going to carry them off of these balls and end up going that way somewhere, the cue ball. So I almost have to shoot the 5 first in the side. And if I hit it very firm with top outside spin, I'm like, oh, I am going to shoot the 3? No, I'm not going to shoot. I would like to shoot the 3 first. I don't think it's feasible, man. So I'm going to shoot the 5, use top with outside spin, and hit it fairly firm. And I would love to get all the way back up there just to have a look at it. I'm not even sure that's going to really... Oh, fancy schmancy. So I used draw. That's what bent the cue ball this way. And then I used inside spin. That's why the cue ball went this way. My intention there was to draw and more inside spin to come this way. That was my intention. It just didn't work out. Now I'm looking at playing a safety. Yeah, get him behind his own ball. I wanted him behind the 11. It didn't work out. And now I think he has a good shot on the 11 itself, man. Man, I went from hero to 0 just like that, man. One shot, you know. Now I'm letting him have a look at this open table for a second shot. This is the first game we've went more than 1 shot apiece. Every other game, he's had 1 shot, I've had 1 shot. Oh, no, I guess if you call my dry break a shot, then I had 2. But, you know, we're not counting the dry break. We don't even count those dry breaks around here. You know, we pretend like they didn't happen. All right, easy from here, man. Ooh, he hit that hard. Ooh, he could have very easily went behind the 9 and hooked himself there. He got a little lucky bumping into that, I think. A little bit sloppy on the shot, but, man, he's a good shot maker. He will make his shots for sure. Well done. He's going to try to shoot this 8 ball, probably in the side. Personally, he'd go for the corner. Yeah, I think he's going to mark the corner. He's looking at the side. Yep, mark the corner. It's just a little bit, honestly, an easier shot to go up in the corner. There's more leeway for error. There's more margin for error, I guess, as they say. Not that much margin, though, bro. Come on. Oh, he's going to put it in the wrong pocket, man. Gave me that rack. Now, I'm on the hill, man. I didn't deserve that rack, but I got to take it. Them's the rules. You know what I mean? I can't not take it. Just kidding. I could not take it. Man, rewind the tape. Watch this break back, man. I know I said earlier these balls don't rack great there, but that one was egregious, bro. James, talking to you, bro. That rack right there, no bueno. No bueno. I even went over to him and asked him if he wanted to re-rack, and I would let him break. And he said no, he wanted to play it out. So the only time you want to play this rack out is if you intend to have a cluttered rack like this. He doesn't like me running out on him, and I don't blame him, but, you know, the best way to not have somebody run out is to not have a good break, man. That's all I got to say, James. James. Boy, I'm telling you. Just kidding, man. I highly doubt he meant to do that. But I got to give him a little crap. You know what I mean? It's just my job, bro. It's my job to give people crap. It's what I'm best at, honestly. You think I'm decent at pool? No, I'm way better at giving people crap. And I said crap because it's a family channel. We already know this, man. You know, I'm not going to say the bad word. Shit. Oh, did you guys hear that? I'm sorry. You know, my bad. Family channel around here. Can't be doing that. All right, I'm trying to cut this 14 over into this corner. I don't know where that's going to lead me. We still got some issues to deal with in this rack. Yeah, it doesn't really hurt me if I make that or miss it. In fact, I probably prefer to miss it, but I would have loved to have left it right in the pocket like that, just to give me a good ball down there I could use to break some stuff out with. Now James is at the table. He's going to shoot the 3. So the key here is whoever gets the good breakout with a shot afterwards likely will have the advantage and an opportunity to win this rack. You know, this is one of those racks you don't really want to make your shots unless you have a plan to make all of your shots. You know, you start picking off your shots, like if I pick off this shot and this shot and this shot, and what I'm left with is just a big clutter with no outlying balls, I'm at a horrible disadvantage in that situation. You know, because I can't really get to my balls. I can't reach my balls without other balls. I don't know, I'm so immature, man. I don't even know. That's not even really laughable. It wasn't even a joke. You know what I'm saying? It just, when I said it, I wanted to giggle like a teenager, man. That's it's the immaturity in me, man. You know, what can I say? I'm a 40-something immature fella. You know, it's just facts. Facts of life, you know. Now, again, I don't necessarily want to go making my balls unless I got a plan to make all my balls. And what am I doing here? What do I think I'm doing here? That's way too far of a reach for me to jump this shot. Look at this. I can't even see this shot. What am I doing, man? I'd be surprised if it even jumps. Oh, it did jump. In fact, I jumped over both balls. Did you guys see that? It jumped all the way over to here, landed here, hit the back of the pocket, and then flew over on the floor. And then it bounced around the floor a little bit and rolled around, you know, like that. Anyway, good chat, man. Good chat. You know, I'm basically like Picasso with that telestrator, man. I can draw with the best of them. Just kidding, man. I actually suck. I have no artistic ability whatsoever. I can't sing. Well, I can sing. It's just not in tune, you know. It's not on key. It's not in tune. But I do enjoy singing, man. As you guys know, if you watch my channel a bunch, you probably heard me sing before, man. I apologize for it every time I do it. And I tell you guys I'll never do it again. But I always cross my fingers, man, because I can't help it. You know, sometimes you get a song stuck in your head. You have to sing it. It's like physically impossible not to. You have to, you know. Anyway, good chat. Back to the match. All right, James is going to shoot the 2. Right into the side, nice and easy. He's got the 3. He's got the 1. What he's really got to figure out, though, is a 7-5. So he could technically make the 3 right now, hit it on the edge with lots of outside spin, and send the cue ball right over into this pile and open some stuff up. He's going to try to do it off the 1, and I think he did open them up. And if he has a shot at this 3, he's actually in good shape. He does. Oh, he hit it too hard, though, man. You didn't have to hit it. Yeah, he knows it. He put his hand on his face and looked up towards the sky. You know, it's his way of saying, oh, Lord, why'd you let me hit that so hard? Why'd you do it? You know? It wasn't the Lord's fault, man. It was your fault, James. You hit it too hard, bro. You know? In fact, the Lord probably would have played it perfect if I had to guess. You know? I'm assuming he would have got out there. Anyway, yeah, good chat. Let's get back to the match here, man. All right, he ended up missing because he hit that last ball too hard and didn't get a shape. And speaking of hitting a ball too hard, that was hit way too hard, you know? Way too hard, man. That side pocket is not going to... These rails are bouncy as it is. And these side pockets, man, if you hit this point, it just bobbles right on out of the pocket, man. I did it several times when we were playing this match. I don't know if it was this match, but... because we play 8 and 9 ball, so I have a 9 ball match too. But I missed that side pocket a bunch this league day. Oh, is he going to scratch? No, he ain't going to scratch. That was pretty nice. He's got actually a pretty good shot right here on the 5. If he can draw, then he can nick the 11 and push the 8 out of there. Okay, he did. Perfect, man. What a shot. Oh, and he's going to get off the point. I thought he was going to hit the point and bounce back that way. But nevertheless, he's still good. I think it's not as easy of a shot as it would have been if he hit the point and ended up in here. But still a good opportunity here, man. You see his coin? He marked the shot. You got to mark your pocket and tap. But there is no slop and tap. You have to call your shots in 8 ball. And he made it. He's finally got one on the board. No goose egg for James. That was a pretty good out too, man. It was not easy. All right, now it's his turn to break, and of course he makes a ball, you know. It was a good break. And you see how spread they are? Look at that, man. I'll make sure I take my time and rack them good for my opponent. Mostly, not because I'm a nice guy, but because I think it benefits me more to have a nice spread open rack like that. You know, he has an opportunity to get out here, but as a 5, he may not get out very often. From the break, that is. I know he's capable of getting out, but from the break, a break and run, doesn't happen that often for a skill level 5. So if he gets a good break and spreads them, a lot of times that benefits me. Because if he misses one along the way, now I got an open rack. Anyway, that's may happen this time. It may not. I don't know. He's shoot the 10 ball up in the corner. Made it. These pockets are nice, man. You see that? Bang, it hit up there and still fell in. Yeah, that's why valley tables can be fun to play on sometimes. 5-inch pockets, guys. You know, 5-inch pockets, you got plenty of room. And the shelves of the slate and the pockets, like the pocket shelf, is very shallow towards the end of the point. See where the point's at here? And then you got, this is the shelf of the pocket right there. So they fall pretty easily. In a diamond, that shelf is back here, so you got a lot more table. So when you hit the point and it bobbles back and forth, a lot of times it doesn't fall in. But on a valley, it'll normally fall if you hit it decent. As long as you hit it decent. All right. Coming up to the table here, I got a lot of work to do, man. This 5 ball is ugly. That 6 ball, I was looking to see if it goes in the side. If it goes in the side, it's not too hard. If it doesn't go in the side, then that's ugly too, man. I've got the 7 ball, which I think will go there. The 4 will go there. Or after I move the 1, the 4 will also go down here. So I'm going to start with the 1, it looks like. Come around for the 7. That was nice speed, man. That was a good shot. It was dangerous because if I don't shape the 7 there, I likely don't have a shot at all. So it was dangerous, but it worked out. And it was a good way to start a run when I plan on running out here, which is what I plan to do. But you know how plans work. Don't always stick to them. Don't always stick to them. I almost missed that 2 ball shot. I think I put it into the rail and it came out. And again, got the old lucky, the old favorable valley wobble, you know? The old valley wobble, man. You got the diamond bobble and the valley wobble. Difference is one of them goes in the pocket, one of them don't, you know. 4 ball past the 6. Whew, I know that pocket was tight. Okay, yeah, I'm calling the 3 in there. If the 6 is on the rail, then I want to play the 3 off the 6, and I want to draw into it and move the 5 if I can. There's a lot going on in this shot. Yeah, man, I don't know why I put inside spin. Outside spin and push the 5. If I could have pushed the 5 up like that, then I would have been in great shape here. Except the fact that the 6 ball now has to go off of the 13 if I want to make it, I think. I don't think it'll go straight in anymore. Yeah, I don't like this at all. I have no idea what I'm going to do here, really. I'm thinking about it. Am I going to play the ticky off the rail off the 14, or am I trying to hide them? Trying to hide them. I was trying to let the 5 stay in front of the 14 and just bring the 2 ball here so he didn't have any shot at these balls. But that didn't work out because my 5 didn't hit the 14 full and opened it right up. So now he's got a good-looking starter shot. If he can just draw this back a little out to here, he'll have another good-looking shot on the 11. Yep, he did. Well played. I got the hiccups. Where'd they come from? Get out of here. Be gone, demon. Be gone, hiccups. You know? Oh, I just cut the top of my head off. Look at that. I just cut the top of my head off there. I'm in a box here, guys. You see, look, see my box? That's my box. I know you can't see it because there's a green screen behind me, you know? We just do what's called chroma key and get rid of the green screen so it disappears. It's highly technical stuff, I'm telling you. It takes practical genius to figure it out. Just kidding. It's actually pretty easy. You just need a green background. That's it. And then there's a button in the app that just says chroma key. That's all there is. See, now you know. Movie magic revealed, you know? Now you guys know the tricks. All right, as I'm talking about nothing to do with the game at all, James is over here running out on me. He's likely going to make this 8. I think there's plenty of room, and he's about to go 2 up. Not 2 up, but he's going to get 2 on the board. Oh, just kidding. Remember when I said he was going to get 2 on the board? I was just joking, you know, joshing you. Just joshing you a little bit. Anyway, though, even though he didn't make that ball, this is not, I mean, there's still high likelihood he gets another shot here. I either start with the cross bank, which I'm not doing. I'm going to start with the 6. And what do I do? Put lots of bottom inside and try to come up this way? That's crazy talk, man. Yeah, that's it. I missed the shot anyway, so it didn't matter what I did there. If I made that shot, though, and the cue ball still had a similar path where I bumped the 5 out of the way, maybe I could have made that down here, you know what I mean? I don't know. Get out of the way, kid. Get that kid out of here. What's that kid doing in there? We're playing at a bar, for Pete's sake, you know? I don't know who Pete is, but it's his sake that we're playing for, you know? Apparently. Apparently it's his sake. I don't know. I don't even know what that means. Pete's sake. I don't know, for the sake of Pete, I guess. Who's Pete? And why do we always do stuff in his sake, for his sake? I don't know. These are life's questions, man, that just can't be answered right now during a pool match. You know what I mean? You got to get on Google to figure that stuff out. I'm just not going to jump on Google. Oh, missed that shot on the side, Josh. What are you doing? Bro, don't tell me you're going to get to the hill, Josh, and then let this guy come back and beat you, man. He only needs 2 more games. 1 more game, he's on the hill too. And you keep missing your shots, bro. What do you got to say for yourself? Huh? Huh? I guess nothing, man. He's not talking right now. And am I really just having a conversation with my on-screen self who isn't going to reply? Man, I've lost my mind, guys. You know, if you're still watching at this point, then God bless you, man, because I've lost my mind, you know. And you might as well hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and maybe even the like button or the height button, you know. If you're on your phone, you see the like button, you just scroll over and you'll see a height button, man. That height button really helps a lot of small creators. That's what it's designed for, creators that are smaller like myself. You hit the height button and YouTube's like, okay, this guy's got some people who like watching him. You know, they're hyping him up. And they show me to a bigger audience. It's similar to the like button. It's just more powerful, you know. Anyway, good chat, man. I appreciate you guys. Let's get back to this match. Good chat. Let's get back to the match. I'm playing the 2-4 combo, which is not an easy shot. And I'm not sure where it leads. Yeah, it didn't lead anywhere. But it did lead to me taking over this pocket here. I'm glad I took control of that pocket. I don't think the 9 will go past it. And as long as I have control of this pocket and he doesn't move the 9 anywhere, likely I'm going to get another shot at the table. But we'll see. We'll see how it fares, you know. How it fares. I don't know why I said fares, you know. We'll see how it goes, you know. That's the way we should say it. Anyway, good chat. Good chat. All right, James. Well, you got to figure out that 9 ball. What he could do is play this rail first, and the cue ball would come this way. Maybe hit the 9, but he's got to be careful not to hit the 9 and then scratch past the 4. He is trying to get over there, I think. Yeah, not much he can do with it here. Maybe the only shot I see here, well, there's 2 shots I see. One, he could cut the 10, nick the 1, and make the 10 in this corner. The other shot I see is a bank on the 9, like that. He's calling the 9 here, which tells me he's not trying to make it. He's just trying to take control of that pocket again. Oh, is he going to scratch? He sure as heck is. All right, Josh, you got ball in hand. You're on the hill, my friend. You know, the ball's packed. It's ready to go. That's its home. It wants to go home. Just send it there, you know. Send it to its home, Josh, you know. Are you... Leave me a comment if you know the movie reference, man. Please tell me I'm not just sitting here talking about a movie reference and nobody knows it. You guys should know it. It's a pretty famous, popular, legendary movie. Some would say iconic, you know? It's one of my favorite movies of all time, man. I'll be disappointed if no one gets it. But I have a feeling most of you will know it, if not all of you. There's shot number 2 in the side pocket that I just missed, you know? All that talk about the balls, you know, wanting to go to their home and being packed up and ready. No. I was just kidding, man. Looks like, good news for me, though. I think the 9 does go, but where's 13's at? He's in the 8, which he just took care of the 8, but then he got it out of trouble one spot and put it back in trouble in another spot. He moved his 9 out a little bit. His 13 is still an issue as well. I'm not sure if he gets over here somewhere. He probably could make that 13 with a little throw. So right now what I see is him cutting in the 9, sending the cue ball up this way, hopefully avoiding the 6 and avoiding that scratch. And then ending up right in here, man. This is tough. This is tough, man. He's got a tough way to go. He's going to put the 9 in the side, I think, is what he's looking at. No, he called it up in the corner and played it off of that other ball. That was smart because it opened up his last ball. But he missed the shot, giving me a chance here at the table. Let's see if I can get out, man. You know, I've been trying to get out for the last couple racks, man. Trying to send the balls to their home. All right, I'm gonna start with the 4. That's pretty good. That's pretty okay, you know. I got the 3-5 combo or the 6 ball. I've got to figure out this 5 ball, but I've got a couple balls down here that I can use to get to it. So I think I'll be able to figure that out. Can I make the 3 without hitting the 7 first? Yep, sure can. All right, I'm gonna come down table. Okay, this is kind of where I need to be. I could shoot the 1 now, but it looks like I'm gonna shoot the 2 first to give myself a little space. Yep. Now I'll shoot the 1 here with top and a little bit of left spin. Because if I can just nick that 5 a little bit and let the cue ball drift over into here, I should be in pretty good shape, man. Yep. Cue ball drifted quite a bit further than what I was hoping for, but I did open it up and I still have a shot on the 6, it looks like. So just make sure I clutch up and make my shots now, man. I should be able to finish this match off. Yep. I actually overhit that one. You know, I would have liked to have taken the 5 first and just stop shot draw or whatever and leave it here for the 7. Now I got to go the other way, which isn't that big of a deal, but I'm probably going to end up shooting the 8 in this corner now because once I get to that 5, I'm instead of trying to draw it up where things can go wrong, I'm probably just going to make it with a little bit of follow and get the cue ball to come over this way, end up in here. The other option is to draw this ball up, but that's dangerous because I could technically scratch at the side. I could bump the 8. A lot can go wrong. Yep. So we'll just hit it with a little bit of follow, and we'll shoot the 8 ball up in the corner after I mark the pocket, of course. You know what I mean? After I mark the pocket. Oh, yeah, don't go on the side, bro. I've been missing that side shot all day. I'm glad I changed that up. If I would have tried to cut that in the side, I would have jumped through the screen and smacked myself in the head with a hammer because I deserved it, you know? But that's it, man. You know what I'm saying?
You lose! Good day, sir!
That's right. Good day, sir. No, just kidding, James. James is a good dude. I enjoy playing him, man. He's a nice guy. And I like playing him a lot. And he's a good shot, man. That's why I was happy that I was playing well in this match, because I didn't want to give him too many opportunities, you know. I got a little sloppy towards the end of the match, but I came out strong at the beginning and was able to hold on, man. You know what, guys? I don't always play pool. Just kidding, rack 'em. You know, this is a short rail shirt, short rail design. He's shortrail.com. Go check them out. We got hats, hoodies, all that stuff, man. And we'll catch you guys on the next video, man. I appreciate everybody out there. Everybody have a great day. Peace.